Code of Honour. A code of honour. Is there such a thing? Sounds mythical, doesn't it? That there are a set of values and rules that are honourable and maintained. Yep, mythical. But we are given rise to believe that there was such a thing. Some people do have it within themselves to have a decent code of conduct and live by it. But as a group, and as a society, we do not. I suspect it's because we have no honourable people at the top, at all. So the laws and rules they write for themselves and others lack heart, decency, courage and honour. And it shows. Honour amongst thieves. I always found an interesting saying, as it inferred that the criminals would watch out for each other in times of need. To a point, obviously. And along the way of learning about past criminals and seeing how things still work, I can see why that saying came about. And I realise it covered all illicit activities, not just thievery, because as time has gone on, what is considered to be a crime has been decided by, in some cases, people who themselves have broken the law. So I can see why not everyone may agree with certain decisions and laws. But having looked at it, this entire country appears to be a rather large criminal enterprise, and a cash cow for those who have positioned themselves above us. Realising when I was younger, that people spoke of a time before, back in the days and times of the craze actually, of there being street order which kept things in line. People policing themselves, but someone being in charge and making money along the way. Punishments, incentives, rewards. Same systems really, but in a ramshackle way, as people do. And as criminals tried to quash their competition and take the whole market, that's what the establishment did. Took over the organising of crime and deciding who remains in the market. Once you clear the way, you've got free rein with limited competition, and if anyone isn't playing along, well, it seems the establishment has all sorts of elaborate ways to ruin you. Weirdly though, they now don't seem to want to do that anymore. Got bigger fish to fry with the digital enslavement to enact, so the streets are going to shit, for want of a better phrase, because there is no one now to get everyone in line. We are too far gone with enterprises from other shores now cementing their foothold. We have a bit of a system too, where yesterday's criminals and terrorists can be today's politicians. In my lifetime, I have seen someone go from being pinned up as Mr. Terrorist in Ireland, so hateful his voice wasn't even allowed on TV. He is now a politician over there. So it suits their purpose to change the goalposts when they feel like it. Or it's a strategic move to gain something. Like I've said before, these people are playing a long game, and we get swept up with it. It doesn't suit their purpose, however, for people to be able to communicate and act outside of their game plan, rules, systems, and procedures. This is why, over the years, they have put things in place to minimise it, like licences and regulations for things, health and safety, new laws, new systems. But it all neatly seems to tie into their want of everything being digital. I knew cash would be on the chopping block as soon as taxes started going digital, because they can't monitor, tax, or control cash. Therefore, they cannot control the people associated with it. So in times like this, you need to ask yourself who the real criminals are, and whether they have tried to make you hostile to someone earning cash. Because if you ask me, we would all do well to go back to cash as a first step to remove their overreach and excess power they have gained. If they can decide to freeze your bank account, stop you participating in society, leave you to die on your own, just for a political move, do you really want people like that having full, unadulterated control over your life? And none of that is a conspiracy. It actually happened and will happen again if we let it. We are all going to be viewed as a problem to the system eventually. They will find something wrong with all of us and why we don't fit, because their system is wrong. We are not meant to be in it. And each time they try and change us and mould us to fit, we lose something of ourselves. And maybe some would like that. Maybe they don't actually like themselves and want to be part of that weird new plugged in for life system. But for the ones who don't, I suggest we start having our own code of conduct amongst ourselves, because there is no honour left in the higher levels. So it's down to the thieves to take it from here.